Welcome to Let's Talk Computer Science. I am your host, Sandhya Padala, CEO of Rex Academy. I go by Sandy. Rex Academy is a one-stop solution for computer science. Joining me in this week's episode is Mr. Rick Surrency.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Yep, me too. Rick exemplifies great leadership in education. Equipped with decades of experience, he is currently serving a second term as superintendent of the Putnam County School District in Central Florida after being re-elected in 2020. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
His level of commitment to both the community and youth makes him an ideal leader. During Rick's first term as superintendent, graduation rates in the counties surged to 90%, representing one of the highest growth rates in the states. Awesome. He's continuously finding ways to enhance the educational experience for students to ensure they're successful in their future endeavors. One of his goals include expanding STEM programs district-wide to prepare students for a high-tech economy. Awesome. Superintendent Rick Surrency, we are so excited to have you on our show, Let's Talk Computer Science.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'm very honored and privileged to be here, and just to be able to share some of the things that we're doing. Hopefully, some of your listeners may pick up on some things that they may be interested in and may want to reach out to me. So I'm just glad to be here and share anything we can that might help others.
Yep, awesome. So tell me more about your work. How did you get to where you are today?
Well, thank you for asking. I'm actually, and many of our listeners might think this is strange, but I'm an elected superintendent, and most states in the United States have an appointed superintendent. And I was first elected in 2016. I served a 4-year term, and then I was reelected in 2020. And then I work with our school board, not for our school board, but again, working together with our school board, we're able to implement a number of innovative practices. And by the way, I'm in my 43rd year of education. So when I started, there was the word STEM did not exist, or computer science or anything. So this is a little different from the way education was when I started. But I'm in this because I love helping young people. And more than that, I want to see our area. You know, Putnam County has 10,500 students, and we're one of the neediest districts as far as students that are on free and reduced lunch in Northeast Florida. We're about 50 miles south of Jacksonville. But again, I want to give our students opportunities that other districts have. And I don't want our students to do without just because they have a certain zip code or whatever the case might be. I feel that all of our students are entitled to an equitable education and opportunities that any student in any area in our state or our nation also have the opportunity to. And it's amazing when you create those opportunities, people really are hungry for new things, new innovative things, and not the old traditional, way of education. We have to be innovative. We have to look not what's happening now. We have to look at what's happening 10 years from now and position our students to be successful.
Yep. Yes. I mean, totally. Like, I love every word what you said. Regardless of the zip code they are in, they need to get these opportunities. And for this generation of kids, it's gonna be mandatory for them to have some basic computer skills. So
Absolutely.
yep, I am so glad to hear that you're doing everything you can to help.
Well, and I read, by the way, a lot of that, I think any leader has to really be open for what's on, and you just can't, do business as usual and understand what's happening in the future. I do a lot of reading, and I think all leaders need to to be able to take the time to read and see what's coming. And I read a book recently called 2030, and I forget the author, but it talks about a lot of those, what life might be like in the next 10 years. And what we're describing and what we're talking about providing for our students is what life will be like. I mean, we're talking about artificial intelligence and, automatic cars and everything that we've heard about. And if we don't start now, the kids that are starting school now will be in high school in 2030. So we have to be prepared now and start beginning these programs. And you just can't start them overnight, but we build that capacity so our students starting school now will be having those opportunities when they're in high school.
Right, totally. Like even if a student decides to become a car mechanic, they still needs to have some basics of computer skills just because of all these driverless cars and all. Every car has a computer.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So can you please elaborate more on your current work?
Yeah, I really spend a lot of time networking. I mean, I think my current work as a superintendent is not only managing a district, and we currently have 13 schools. We closed 5 of our schools last year because of we had lack of attendance or declining enrollment. But we're in the position of we're going to be building new schools in the next few years. But I look at my role as a superintendent as kind of a change agent, if you will. I mean, I lead our district. I have a number of people that work for me, but I want people who are innovative, who have new ideas that surround me. I definitely believe in hiring people that are much smarter than me because I want the best input. I need good advice, and I have those people. Those people have given me ideas that I would never ever dreamed of. But I also believe that there are answers to our problems that are outside of our school district. And I attend a lot of meetings with other superintendents. I'm on a lot of Zoom calls, and I can't tell you the network that I have created, not created, but that I am a part of, where I have received ideas that are serving us today. Case in point, I recently was at a conference, and I was flying back home from the conference and stopped in Colorado, where a good friend of mine, superintendent there, has an innovation center who is has some things going on that is unbelievable. And it just gave me some ideas like that is what our district is capable of doing if we have the right partners. And he has made partnerships with IBM and other, businesses that has helped him do this. But this particular district in Colorado actually has students that are building an airplane, a real airplane.
Wow.
And they're doing drones and they're doing robotics. And I mean, they're doing a lot of things that I believe that I would love to learn more about. And he has actually gotten ideas from us too. So again, the idea of networking, learning about what's happening outside of our district. As a matter of fact, I'm actually traveling to the nation of Finland at the end of this month. And I'm going over there as part of a team where we're going to visit some schools in Finland and learn about how their kids are, what's going on in Finland schools, because Finnish students have some of the highest test scores on the international exam, the PISA exam, and they're doing something right. And I want to learn more about that and then come back and share that with my colleagues in the United States.
Wow, I mean that is truly like commendable that with all the experience and the success that you have, you're still very extremely open-minded to learn from other places.
Well, thank you. And I think that's what's important about being a leader today. We have to be collaborative. We have to really develop those networks. And that's how we move our district, because if we don't, we're not serving our kids. in the proper way. We're not positioning our kids for those jobs and careers of the future.
Yep, awesome. I mean, I'm such a big fan of what you're saying, and you.
Thank you.
So, how can schools increase computer science education?
Well, first of all, Putnam County Schools believe strongly in computer science in our K-12 education. And as superintendent, I've actually created a number of initiatives over the past 4 years since I've been in office to increase program offerings in our schools. I'm proud to say that each of our junior, senior high schools, and by the way, we've gone to a grade 7 through 12 grade configuration this past year. So by doing that, we offer a lot of opportunities for those junior high school kids that will help them transition right into high school. But I'm very happy to say that in each of our 4 junior, senior high schools, that we offer a computer science and other related coursework in each of our schools. And one of our high schools currently has a cybersecurity class, and another high school offers an artificial intelligence class. And by the way, that class is being taught virtually from a professor from Columbia University. And this is a pilot project we're working on. But this is exciting stuff where these kids are being offered things that I would venture to say probably no other rural school district in Florida is teaching this. So it's a very innovative program. And we're blessed to have great support from our state, our Department of Education in Tallahassee, in the field of computer science. They provide us a lot of incentives, a lot of resources. And my goal over the next couple of years is to offer computer science in each of our schools and continue to increase the number of computer science teachers who have that certification. And we're offering financial incentives for teachers to get their computer science certification. So we see it's a big need, and we're trying to, one step at a time, trying to continue to build that capacity where we can teach computer science.
Awesome. That's really good. I'm sure you are like a trailblazer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what kind of resources are out there that you guys are utilizing to teach computer science, to increase computer science?
Well, first of all,
you already touched on a few of them, like
right. Our teachers benefit from having a technical expert. Teachers that teach computer science need a lot of support, and they need a lot of support not only in the school but outside the school. And last year, our school district was actually awarded a grant through Microsoft Teals, the Microsoft Teals program. That's TEALS. And what they do is they actually offer businessmen or business people who are involved in computer science careers to actually yield their expertise in our classrooms. And the way we do that is we actually we schedule these classes at the beginning of the day, and these teachers can actually have conversations with these people in the business world that can give them mentoring and offer them technical advice to the teachers on the spot. I mean, they can have them tune in while they're teaching their class and provide them that expertise. Like, this is what computer science looks like in the actual business world. And our students need to hear that. Instead of teaching the theory and the kind of the ideas of computer science, we want our students to see this is what it looks like in the business world. And so this TEALS program that we have piloted with Microsoft has been real instrumental in helping us to make that school to career connection. We've also, they join the classes virtually, they provide information, they give a lot of practical advice, and also offer advice on coding to our students. So this has been very beneficial, and I think this is going to really grow these computer science classes. And along with growing the number of computer science teachers, I think in the next 5 to 10 years, I think we're going to see a larger group of students that are taking computer science.
Yep, yeah, what you said totally makes sense. Like, I mean, I understand there's already shortage of computer science teachers, but even the teachers who are willing to take on this, the few teachers that are taking, they still need a lot of support. Like, they have most of them, they're either math teachers, science teachers, or some other business ed teachers, even STEM teachers who they didn't study computer science when they were growing up, and
Right.
now they have to teach this new topic. And like, unlike math and English, computer science constantly changes. So even if they learned something, that changes. And on
Well,
top
and I'm sorry, the whole idea about, we have a teaching shortage nationwide,
of,
and not only in computer science, but in all areas. And
right.
I think we as school districts need to be open to, are there business experts, or the people out there in the business world that might be able to come in and possibly, be certified as a teacher and actually teach that practical learning on computer science to our teachers. I'm sorry, to our students.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We should, like, as you said, just be open to more innovative ways. Like, computer science is vast on top of it. Like, there's cybersecurity, there's AI, there's Java, there's coding. So it's hard for any one person to be able to understand all these concepts and teach everything, because each subject within itself is very deep. So I'm
Absolutely.
so glad to hear that, like, you recognize this and you're partnering with Microsoft Teals program and have those people in the classroom to help the teacher assist. Like, teacher can still focus on the classroom engagement, which is what they do best, and the subject matter expert can focus on the subject. So it's
And
really
the other thing too, we are very driven. Um, I think you mentioned our graduation rates. We went from 54.9% in 2015 to 90.1% in 2020. And this past year, in 2021, we actually increased to 92.5. But again, we have shown the largest increase in graduation rates in the entire state of Florida during that period of time. But now our focus is on providing our graduates with college and career opportunities. Even though they cross the stage when they should now, we're trying to provide them those opportunities. So with that said, we're really trying to make that connection with the real world, and trying to show that our students, trying to show them some career paths now where they can start preparing for that future. And we don't want our students to graduate and not know what the next step is. So that's been a real focus of ours.
Yep. Yeah, that is a huge jump. That is very, I mean, I don't know how you guys did that, like doubled almost in 5 years, especially when, like, I mean, there's so many external factors in graduation and a student deciding to graduate. It's so I'm sure you didn't take it lightly. You took it very seriously.
Yeah, we're very proud of that. And again, our focus now, we've developed a new 5-year strategic plan, which outlines the portrait of a graduate. And we've talked to our local community. We've gotten input. What does a graduate from our school district, what are some skills and behaviors and knowledge they need to have to be a successful graduate? And a lot of that has to do with problem solving and having the ability to navigate in our current world. And that is teaching them the skills that they need to be successful in careers that have a lot of computer science, a lot of technical background. For example, we started 4 years ago, we started an advanced manufacturing academy. We have a local paper mill, and the paper mill actually came to me and said, listen, we need our schools to provide training and credentials for advanced manufacturing. These are people they need to hire to fill positions of employees that are retiring. So with that said, they offered financial incentives. We went to our legislature here in Florida and received an appropriation, and we were actually able to start this academy, which involves purchasing a lot of advanced computer equipment and a lot of machines that they would use in the workplace. And this past year, in 2021, we graduated the first cohort of students in the advanced manufacturing academy. And that's really important because now we're providing that workforce for our local economy where our kids don't have to leave and go somewhere else. They can stay right here and have those jobs of the future. And, the other thing I want to stress, cybersecurity. I've gone to some training on cybersecurity, and our government, our Defense Department, is actually providing a lot of funding for school districts that want to provide cybersecurity training for students. And we've all heard about all the hacking and all the stuff going on where their networks are being compromised and they're paying the ransom and so forth. That is everywhere, even in our schools. So the need for people trained in cybersecurity is growing exponentially. So we want to make sure our students are on the cutting edge of that so that they can have those jobs. These are jobs, these kids can walk into a job that might pay six figures. I mean, by the time they graduate. So these are high demand, high paying jobs, and Putnam County wants to be on the cutting edge.
Yep. Yes, totally. You're on spot on that. Like cybersecurity, there's currently 0% unemployment rate. And I frequently see like US government posting jobs where they just need a high school graduation with some certification in cybersecurity. So
Yeah,
I'm
a
super
4-year degree is not really needed for that.
right.
Just
Yep.
a credential. Right.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so super impressed with your breadth of knowledge from advanced manufacturing to cybersecurity stats.
Well, I hang around with smart people and they told me about it. So I didn't come up with that on my own.
Yeah, that's always needed, right, at your role and like leadership level. So so I'm gonna switch to like finding, as you said, finding qualified educators to teach computer science is becoming a challenge for many schools across the country. I know in general there's shortage of teachers, and especially computer science, there's a bigger issue. Should schools consider hiring remote CS teachers to address the shortage? Explain why. And you already pointed out that you already have a remote teacher from Colombia.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we're open to that. And that's a great question. And I think in our day of teaching shortages and our students are really accustomed to online learning, that is certainly a possibility. Now, my preference is to have a real teacher, a real live teacher, face to face with students. And we found that students learn better when they're actually face to face and have that relationship with the teacher. But again, our kids are used to learning virtually as well, and we'll do whatever we can to provide them that instruction. But again, we're trying to grow our own. We're trying to have people that are here that will stay here that can really develop
Long
those
term. Yeah.
relationships. So we have our options open. I'll put it that way.
Yep. Yes, totally. So any other final words?
Yeah, I just want to say, some things we're doing to really increase our capacity for computer science education. We're using a lot of resources from, I mentioned the Florida Department of Education, and we also partner with code.org. They're a very good partner of ours. And along with, I mentioned earlier, Microsoft, WozEd. I think a lot of people are familiar with Steve Wozniak, who invented the Apple computer. I've
Yep.
actually met him and gone to WozEd out in Arizona. And so we partner with them, with Lego Education. We have our Lego lead in our robotics. And we also have a very valuable partnership with a local partner called STEM2 Hub out of It's called the STEM 2 Hub ecosystem, which is out of Jacksonville. And they really they're a nonprofit, and they provide a lot of opportunities for districts in the Northeast Florida area. And I can't begin to tell you how they've been such a valuable partner with us. Their executive director, Kathleen Schofield, is a very good friend of mine. And a lot of the things that we are doing now, our STEM education, K-12, I mean, we're actually providing STEM electives starting in 6th grade. Okay. And these kids are getting real live STEM instruction as early as 6th grade. Now they're exposed to it K through 5, and they have kind of like a STEM special, if you will. We also do this in our elementary schools. We have a STEM van. And again, we look at what these resources cost, and we actually bought a STEM van. Again, this is an idea I got from another school district. And we have a STEM specialist on this van, and he drives to every single elementary school. And the van is full of materials, and he actually gives quality STEM instruction to our kids, to our elementary kids. And again, instead of having all these different teachers, we actually kind of do a centralized type of instruction at the elementary level. And then 6th grade, we offer a STEM special. And then as they get into junior and senior high school, we offer STEM electives that align with a career path. So again, we're trying to expose them early so they can go on and see that STEM is something for their future. And I think just that capacity that we're building, I can see in the years to come that we're going to have a number of computer science graduates and people that are in highly technical fields come out of Putnam County. And I'm very proud of that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so sure about that. Like, even if, I'm sure there'll be a lot of computer science graduates, and even if they don't decide to pursue computer science, they decide to become a physician or something else. I think you guys are giving them enough basic computer science knowledge that they will be successful no matter which field they would choose.
And I want to give a shout out to another good friend of mine on the national level who is providing this AI instruction for us, Monica Wu, who is the founder of Wu Works, and she's up in New York, has really been a valuable partner for us to allow us to have that artificial intelligence instruction. And
okay.
Monica Wu.
What can you spell her last name?
Yeah, W-O-O.
Okay.
Monica Wu. Mm-hmm. So she has helped us to make this connection with Columbia University, and it's kind of a pilot program, but just the fact that students in our county have that opportunity, I can't be more happy. And I've actually done some national presentations about our artificial intelligence program and our entire STEM initiative. And if there's anybody out there who would like to hear that presentation, whether it's in person or virtual, I just want to share that word that STEM and artificial intelligence is available for anybody in the United States if you make the right connections. And I want to be that connector for you. And I would love to help other districts make the connections that we have.
Awesome. That's truly awesome. You guys are, you guys like chose so many different ways and you're making it happen. Now I can see how you increase 50% to 90%, double in 4 or 5 years.
Well, thank you very much. That means a lot. And education is about working together, and I truly want to work with other people who have, the need to do so. And again, I think my role is I've made some connections that I can offer to other people. So I would look forward to hear from other people. And I hope you share my contact information.
Yeah. Would you like to share your contact information?
Yeah, let me just give you my email. It's R Surrency. That's R-S as in Sam, U-R-R-E-N-C-Y @ my.education. putnamschools.org. That's P as in Paul, U-T-N as in Nancy, A-M, schools.org. And again, that's my email address. And you can find me on LinkedIn and Facebook. And, we just want to connect with you. And anything we can offer, any ideas. I know a lot of people that might can also help you. So we are about helping other districts get on the wagon on, expanding our STEM opportunities. Matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was able to share our story with some diplomats from some European nations who came from Washington down to Jacksonville. And I was on a panel, and they just thought that was pretty cool. And they, hopefully we can make some connections with people over in Europe as well. So when I come back from Finland in February, hopefully I'll have some more contacts and some more ideas. And I might even have to steal some ideas from Finland and put them into practice in Putnam County. But they're doing some good things over there, and I'm excited to learn from that.
Yeah, you are a true innovator, like live example of innovation.
Well, thank you.
Really honored to talk to you and learn from you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Surrency. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share, and look forward to hearing from some of our viewers.
Yep, same here. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.